Well, I'm in Veta, Colorado doing a 50-mile race, and I just did the last uphill. Just got to jog down a couple of miles and finish. Man, this is a tough one. Lots of elevation, lots of climbing. So I did survive, and it turns out that we had a really nice time. I was just working on my suspenseful introductions there. So really, if you've been following the channel a little bit, you know that I've been getting into trail running a bit. This one was awesome because I was able to do it with a friend of mine, Mike, who we'll talk about a little bit later, but it's in Southern California. As you can see, it's a really beautiful area. Lots of pretty epic sunsets, sunrises, and kind of mountainscapes. So the race actually takes place around a ski resort that really isn't being used anymore. So that was interesting. And so as you can see from the first couple of pictures there, we did get a little RV travel trailer just to kind of elevate our comfort level, I suppose, and be able to make it a little easier to work when we're not there. But anyway, so what we did is we actually went up a couple days early because we wanted to kind of scout out the area. You know, when you're running 50 miles, they give you a map, but there's a lot of different twists and turns, and we just kind of wanted to make sure that we knew exactly where we were going. As you can see, the dogs were having a pretty good time on our scouting out day. But the other thing that made us decide to go up early is that El Paso is at just under 4,000 feet in elevation, but this race was taking place more or less 7,000 to 9,000 feet elevation. And so, as you probably know, it does take a little while to get used to the higher elevation. So we wanted to get up there a little bit early and just do a little bit of running, scout out the area, spend some time with our wives and our dogs, and explore, which is exactly kind of what we did. So I mentioned it kind of in the beginning, the dramatic section there, but there was a lot of climbing on this race. This is actually the race. The morning of the race started at 5 a.m., so we're catching the sunrise there, which was pretty awesome. But this race had a lot of elevation, which we were kind of ready for, but at the same time, you just never know what you're ready for, I guess, until you get out on the trail. One thing that we did learn is that we were working really hard, but the weather was really, really pleasant, and we weren't really sweating much. And both Mike and I made the mistake of loading up on electrolytes. I made the mistake of giving poor Mike here a salt pill, thinking that I was, kind of helping out. We wanted to make sure we didn't get dehydrated, but it ended up actually really, really slowing him down and putting the hurt on him a little bit. So that part was not ideal. Live and learn for that, though. So other than that, though, the race was really beautiful. One thing that I really like about El Paso is that it's a desert environment, so which is beautiful in its own right. But within 4 to 8 hours, you can get to a lot of really cool places in the mountains, in the national forests, where you can get right back to the green, to the trees, to the rivers, to the streams, if that's kind of what you're craving. Which I would imagine for some of us who now live in the desert, we do crave that. So. Great race for us. We've got another one in October in Flagstaff, Arizona. And besides that, I hope everybody's doing well, and we'll catch you in the next episode.